Oh shoot. Sorry. I was going through submissions. It should be a number 1. Okay. But, you know how I feel? I want to go like filter some of the submissions. Okay, I tell you like maybe like 10 entries. I tell you like 10 entries. Okay, cause perhaps like telling me your life story, like an actual essay, like an actual like 1,000-word essay, your entire life story about your experiences with bullying and like kind of like downer stuff. Perhaps that is not the intention of the stream, guys. Okay, I feel sympathy for that person, however. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's like, okay, I may have asked for your cringe story, but I meant like a specific instance in your life, okay? I didn't mean for you to tell, like, write a literal autobiography. A literal autobiography of your life from kindergarten to present, okay? And this is what one person did. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not reading all that on stream. Please. Okay, I'm just not reading all that on stream. Pouring their heart out to you and you just delete. I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I don't have the time or the patience for that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, no offense to that person. However, that is not actually the intention here. I meant like one specific instance in your life. I don't mean for you to like literally type out a literal autobiography about every misfortunate thing about your experiences with bullying and things like that. Okay, I don't. Like, okay, there are a couple of entries that are a little on the long side. However, this one was the absolute longest, and I say it was at least twice as long, more than twice as long as the longest entry that is in here. Okay. Okay. Just for reference. So I'm like, yeah, dude, I can't read this like this. It is more appropriate for like a therapy session. It is not really appropriate for this stream. I am sorry, but hello, vampires and charlatans. Hola, Salut, bonjour, guten Morgen, salamatagi, chash, namaste, ni hao, Vietnamese greeting, annyeong, ohayo gozaimasu, w'i Suzu. Okay, how is everybody doing today? Yeah, you know, naming the story might include IRL for friends that cause some troubles. No worries. I'm doing okay. Okay. Also, I wanna say at least 5 people, more than 5 people, did the... Yeah, I'm a VTuber. No, I'm a VTuber. I watch VTubers. I'm cringe. Okay, I cannot have that like 5 times in a row. So unfortunately, I have deleted some of them, not all of them, that made that joke. There was one person who put like effort into like that joke, so that one I kept. But yeah, if that was your only joke, like, yeah, I watch VTubers, okay, there is a good chance that that has also have been deleted. No offense, I am sorry. But yeah, we had like at least 5 submissions for that joke. So it's like, yeah, I can't just read the same joke like 5 times from 5 different people. So good chance it might have been deleted. I left like a couple of them in. Sorry if yours was not one of the ones that made it in. Okay. If you put some effort into making that joke, then it probably was not deleted. It's probably still in. But if it's just like, I watch VTubers. No, it's probably not here anymore. The VTubers are cringe. Okay. Admittedly, before I became a VTuber myself, I may have thought that VTubers were cringe. Okay? But this is before, I don't know, this was before I saw like all the cool technology and stuff, like, and like the effort that goes into like VTubing and stuff like that. Yeah, it was not until I became a VTuber myself and I started like actively like watching VTubers and like looking at what they do, and like, you know, they're just like regular streamers, you know. You're just using like an anime girl avatar or something, but they're like regular streamers. And then I realized, yeah, it's not actually cringe. I actually really appreciate the hard work and effort. It's just like regular streaming. You're just also like a cat boy or something. You know, a cat boy is a streamer. Yeah, it wasn't until I became a VTuber myself that I like and started like looking at other VTubers that I came to appreciate the art of VTubing. Cause I don't know, I just see it the same as streaming. But would you tell your friends and family? Well, okay, I told my mother, but technically we're not supposed to be telling our friends and family, you know, that is kind of against the rules. So no, it is nothing that I widely talk about. I don't tell my IRL friends. I don't do anything like that. I do not dox myself. So yeah. Oh yeah, when you did it, suddenly not cringe anymore. No, it's not. It's less about me and more like I actually spent the time looking into like what VTubers actually do. Like, how does this work? Okay, because yeah, before I became a VTuber, I thought it was kind of cringe. Okay, but then I was like, well, I'm now becoming a VTuber. Let me look into like what VTubers actually do. And I'm like, yeah, it's just like a regular streamer, you know? I think streaming is cringe. So, So that's how I feel about it. Okay. Okay, so earlier this week, I asked you all to submit a cringe story, a cringe life experience. And more than 43 responses. However, I had to filter some, okay? Because some were like cringe in an inappropriate way. Some are like, nah, nobody would get this. I don't get this. Nobody would get this. Some are like kind of touchy. And one was just, it was like a little frigging Lifetime special. Okay, the script for a Lifetime special. Okay, or an A&E movie or something, you know. And I'm like, about like detailing their entire life from kindergarten to present, and I was like, yeah, this is not really good. Like, I am sorry that I will have to filter this out. Not that I don't appreciate your efforts, and I'm sorry for what you went through in life. Hopefully you're in a better place now, but it's not really appropriate for this stream. I am sorry. Now, after everything has been filtered, we're down to 43 responses. So, I have here... Give me a minute. I have here... a crown for a current reigning king, monarch, queen, whatever you want to use, of Cringe. Okay? I will read out the entry, the story. And then we will crown the current king of Cringe. Okay? Yeah, we will crown our current king of Cringe. And if the story that I read is more cringy than the previous story that holds the crown, then the previous person is ousted. And then we crown a new king of Cringe. So Shar starts off as the king, yes. Okay. Also, if you signed my name, I've deleted that entry. Okay. Do not sign my name in these forms. One person, I know they intended to sign my name, but it's misspelled, so I do not recognize that as my name, so I will allow it. Okay. First entry. Also, I will reward the King of Cringe on stream. They will get their name in the credits. Okay? Of the stream. For the next week. So you'll be honored for an entire week. Thank you for putting your embarrassment on display for the entire internet to see and judge. Yes, perks, yes. Okay. Let us get started here. Random 1 through 25. Thank you for your submission. What is your cringe story? I ordered pizza with mushrooms just to pick the mushrooms off. I don't like the texture of mushrooms. Okay, that's not cringe. Perhaps you ordered pizza with mushrooms because you may not like the texture of mushrooms. But maybe you like the oils or like the flavor that the mushroom gives. Even though to me, I don't think mushroom really has a flavor. Yeah, I don't think that's cringe. That's just kind of silly. But yeah, in my head, I'm trying to rationalize it as they like the taste of like the mushrooms' oils, and they want it to like seep into the pizza. However, I don't know. I don't think mushrooms really have a flavor. To me, mushroom is like really, really bland. Don't stand up for this person. It is inexcusable. Depends. Button mushrooms don't taste like anything. I've only really had button mushrooms. Hello. I would say, see, this would make more sense if it was like pepperoni or something. Like the juices from the meat can like seep into the rest of the food. That gives gives it like like some flavoring, some seasoning, and you can like I don't actually like the pepperoni itself. I like the juices or something, but mushroom doesn't really have much flavor, so yeah. I don't think this is cringe, my guy. I think this is just kind of silly. Shiitake tastes very salty. I don't think I've had shiitake mushrooms before. Okay. For this person, you guys. Is random 1 through 25 story cringe. Do they get a crown for this? Did they get a crown for this? I will give them my crown if they get a crown. Now, weird but not cringe, I agree. It's just strange, but it's not cringe. Yeah, I guess they get a crown by default, but whatever, I'll keep it on. I think you should keep the crown for now. You might keep it through the whole stream. Okay, sorry, not cringe enough. You don't get the crown for this. Okay, Cody W, thank you. Thank you for your submission. Okay. When I was a kid, I got car sick. I still do on longer drives. I was about 6 when my mom and I were riding the bus to visit my grandparents. And then I threw up on some poor guy sitting in front of us on the bus. We got off at the next stop and walked the rest of the way while the front of my shirt still had puke on it. I never got car sick. Yeah. Is this cringe? I feel like it's not cringe, it's just embarrassing. Does this person, Cody W, did they get a crown for this? Not really, just something a kid would do, yeah. Yeah. Happens on planes too. Yeah, I remember when I was super little, I was on a plane trip with another like cousin of mine, and they were like a couple of years younger than me. And she totally threw up on the plane. And my grandmother was there. And my grandmother was trying to signal to like the flight attendant, like in a way that did not just scream out to the plane. Yeah, my little a niece here. What do you niece? Maybe? I don't know. Large family niece? Cousin? I don't know. But this little child here that I'm traveling with, she threw up. Like my grandmother didn't want to make like a huge spectacle and not like kind of alert the entire plane, you know. And so my grandmother was trying to motion to the one of the flight attendants. Yeah, this child here, she threw up, and she was like taking her hand and like doing like hand up to her mouth and then motioning like that like 2 or 3 times. And the flight attendant was just like, what is this lady talking about? And then the flight attendant just came over and then saw the scene of the crime. Saw the murder scene there, but yeah, I don't think it's cringe, it's just unfortunate. Okay, no crown yet. No name now. I made this. required, but I guess, blank spaces. We'll get through. Cause yeah, I wanted to like put a name on the credits or something. That's why I was like, yeah, you have to fill in a name. Okay, but thank you for your submission. I used to play roleplay games on Roblox. One time, I was in a game. Also, automatically a very good contender for King of Cringe. Automatically, this right here. One time, I was in a game and I was too afraid to interrupt, so I just wandered around the map. But somebody saw me and kind of roped me into their group. I was having a lot of fun playing with everyone, but eventually, people started to leave until it was just me and the first person I met with. They took me to a secret area on top of a giant tower overlooking the sea and started talking like they were gonna confess to me or something. And then they just disconnected. I didn't even get to friend them before they left. Yep, this one is pretty cringe. Can I move the crown to this person? This coward here with no name. They didn't want to own up to their Roblox role-playing days. Yeah, but I'm also like, I kind of agree, like, no name, no crown. Is that what the Zoomers are doing nowadays? Just playing Roblox and then like confessing their feelings after like, what, 5 hours? Is that what the Zoomers do nowadays? Sounds like a copy pasta. Low-key, I think I told this story on Streamlabs, but low-key reminds me of this one certain guy who like hung around like me and like some girls in our friend group, and we're all like very much underage. But yeah, this was like a guy who was like pushing 30, hanging out with like some teenagers, and he was like low-key kind of sort of like dating one of the girls, and like had sent flowers to her school, and that got him in trouble because it's like, yeah, who's this strange man sending flowers to this girl, to one of our students in the school? And it, again, teenagers, right? And dude was like pushing 30, right? and I like confronted him and like, dude, stop this, okay? Like, dude, you're like well over 10 years older than all of us. Can you stop this? Can you stop this? Please stop. Like, jeez. And he was like, well, okay. And I was like, okay, why can't you just like try to date like another 30-year-old, you know? Like, can't you date somebody your own age? We're all like kids here, man. And then the next day, he messaged me and he was like, okay, I don't like that girl anymore. I won't bother her anymore. I don't like her anymore because there's somebody else that I like. And I'm like, okay, that was fast. We didn't move on that fast. Okay, but good, you like somebody else. So hopefully it's like 20 or 30 something.
Yeah, I'm too afraid to tell her how I feel though.
And I'm like, okay, sometimes I guess you just gotta do it or something. I don't know. I don't have an experience with that. You just gotta do it though. Like, good luck to you, my guy.
Oh, okay. Charlotte, it's you. I like you.
And then I believe I proceeded to ghost him. So yeah, I feel like this is like you play a game for like a couple of hours and now you're like,
Oh my gosh, I found the love of my life.
so yeah, very strange, very strange. Very strange. Okay. But yeah, I would say this is very cringe. However, no name, so who the frick do we crown? You know, we have to have a name. I feel like we have to have a name here. Okay, we're gonna move on. Though. But this imaginary person with like no name. This person here. Okay, yeah. I'll move the crown up to the chat. There you go. Look at that. You guys hold this, yeah. There we go. Okay. Moving on. Can I steal a submission as my own? Well, unfortunately, we're no longer accepting responses, so no. Okay, boss, thank you for your submission. Okay. I had a crush back in my elementary days, and I liked her for a couple of years, but the loser I was never did anything until we had to move. I don't think that makes you a loser. Having the thought I had nothing to lose, I tried chatting with her to get closer then. By the time we had moved, I confessed. She really didn't mind what I said, and I felt like she just dismissed it. Next year, I was in high school, and oh my gosh, I would chat her with lyrics from love songs about how I will always love her, even if she didn't love me, and all that crap. I would chat her lyric after lyric, while being left at scene. Whoa. Looking back at it, I don't know how I thought it was a good idea. As I cringe and die inside knowing I actually did that while she probably thought I was a weirdo. I truly hope I could go back in time and slap the hell out of past me for thinking of such a dumb idea. We've got a proper contender this time. It happens to all of us, big guy. Yeah, it's very cringe. It's extremely cringe. But it's almost like a rite of passage for like a lot of like teenagers to like, oh, not me though, not me, okay? Dude. I like never really expressed interest in anybody. Then my mother once asked me, okay, there's like one of the like, I don't know, there was some like naked, half naked dudes on the TV for a commercial or something, and my mother was like, oh yeah, they could get it, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Cause that's my reaction. I like okay, I don't care. Yes, Mama's so thirsty. I have asked my mother. Cause she sometimes has that reaction to like some athletes or like certain actors. And I'm like, that's like, oh, cringe. Okay. And then one time I asked my mother, I said to my mother, I was like, man, you sound very thirsty. And my mother was like, absolutely, I am so thirsty. Absolutely, I am so thirsty. I need to be quenched. I am so thirsty. So my mother just stopped deny it. Well, I'm just like, yeah, okay. Okay, this is why my mother is the one who goes out to like gather the blood, you know. Okay, she just gives me a venti-sized cup of blood once per week. Okay. But yeah, there is like I don't know, some like half-naked dude on TV or something, and my mother's like, oh yeah, he could get it. And I'm just like, really? Okay. 0 interest, right? 0 interest. And then my mother turned to me very seriously, with like the most serious expression, the most serious voice, and she was just turning to me and was like, Charlotte, do you like boys? I just like cats. So like I can't. I'm like and so I'm like, I think my response was like, man, I just like my cat, man. And so, when I say that something like this story here, is like a rite of passage for a lot of teenagers, I mean, like, not me. I was excluded from this. Okay, I'm the kind of person. I'm the kind of person who would see like one of those like half naked like firemen. Like I saw like a calendar with like the firemen who are like half naked but they're like posing with cats. And I looked at that calendar. It was like for charity, like half naked firemen. They were posing with cats. And if you buy it, like the money goes towards like charity or your local fire station or something. And I saw that calendar and I was like, oh, the cat is so cute. Look at this one. Okay, that is the way my brain works. I just like cats. I'd rather have the cats by themselves. No, I didn't buy it at all. Why did I buy a calendar? Like, dude. Yes, okay, like, do you not see, if you not have windows, do you not see the time at the bottom right? Why would I buy a calendar? Jeez, man, give it the times. Okay. I think, though, this is a contender. Person here, boss. You now have the crown, but let me actually like put you at like the bottom or something. Okay. And a question: did you ever buy one of those Christmas advent calendars? No. Okay. And let me put you right here. Enjoy your crown, for now at least, boss. Yes. Okay. Next up. Splatterpunk. I fell in love with my Titan. I mean, can you blame me? Ion is just so sweet and caring. She always says that she's glad that I return safely whenever I embark the cockpit, and wishes me luck when I disembark. And her voice, man, how sweet and soothing it is. It's like I'm hearing a choir of angels or something. She just melts my cold, dead pilot heart, man. Not to mention those curves and corners of her chassis. Just chef kiss perfection. Anyway, so I did what any sane person would do. Petition the devs for a marriage feature. Interesting. Interesting. Is this a Titanfall reference? Probably. Most likely. Do you think this is more or less cringe than Boss's story? How do you guys feel? Does Splatterpunk get the crown? Does Splatterpunk take the crown from Boss? Boss says yes. Cringe, but less so. Less, it feels too meme. It's not real cringe, he's just memeing. Less cringe, but still cringe. Okay. Does a Titan count as a VTuber? Yeah, I think this is less cringe. I think Boss's story is more relatable cringe. Okay, I think Boss's story is more cringe. So, George, thank you for your submission. I once became a Reddit mod. The only other mod left. I took the longest shower of my life afterwards. What's wrong with being a Reddit mod? What's cringe about that? I thought the joke was being a Discord mod was like more cringe. I thought that was the joke. Am I misunderstanding the joke? I thought like a Discord mod was more cringe. Reddit as a whole is pretty cringe. Okay, I like to go on the competitive Overwatch subreddit. That's not cringe. I like to go on the Final Fantasy XIV subreddit. That's not cringe. Reddit is cringe. Discord is cringe too. But there's anonymity if you want it, unlike a boss. Okay, so is George being a Reddit mod more cringe or less cringe than Boss's story? Who gets the crown? Does Boss keep the crown or does George get the crown? I don't get what's cringe about being a Reddit mod, okay? Perhaps this is a joke that I don't get. Pretty cringe, but not that cringe though. Less cringe. Boss still reigns. Boss keeps it. A lot of internet mods are geeks who finally get a bit of power and it goes through their head. True. Actually true. He took a shower, cringe. Okay, boss keeps it. Zeppelins, thank you for your submission. There have probably been numerous incredibly cringe stories so far, but I'm quite ashamed to say my story will top them all. It is a dreadful part of my life, one which I am very disappointed in myself for, and hope that I will one day be forgiven for my behavior. I kindly ask that you all treat this matter with a somber respect, for the benefit of those who are suffering in a similar ailment of cringiness, and to wish for their recovery to normalcy. It is with a heavy heart that I recount my tale of cringe, with the hopes that no others may suffer such a fate. I watch VTubers. That is all. I left this one in because, okay, actual effort. Actual effort. But I deleted like a few of the other ones that made the same joke. Because a lot of people made the same joke. So I'm like, okay, actual effort was put into this one, so I'll keep this one in. So, Zeppelins. The Zeppelins get the crown. Do Zeppelins take the crown from Boss, or does Boss get to keep it? Are you subbed though? Well, my chat is subscribers only. Nerd to like ward off trolls and bots. So I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna troll the chat, at least up my sub count. So I think you have to be subscribed for like 10 minutes. This is definitely more cringe. Good joke setup, but no crown. Gold star, you tried. It's funny, but not actually cringe. Boss still keeps it. Okay. Yeah, I think Boss still keeps it. Kai, thank you for your submission. Let me regale you all with a tale of cringe and embarrassment from my youth. 'Twas a chilly autumn day in high school in computer sciences. The class had spent the week preparing presentations on whatever subject we like. The only requirement being a display of proficiency with Microsoft PowerPoint. I was quite energized to present mine, having created almost 30 slides about Dungeons and Dragons, effectively being considered a player's handbook in of itself. I thought nothing of the length of it. Surely, if others are passionate on their subject, they would do the same. Nope, it was a sore miscalculation on my part. The presentations had gone on for 3 days, with me presenting last due to the bulk of my project. I was ecstatic to share my joy of the game with the rest of the class. When the time came to present, I had the entire class time to do so. And present I did, words pouring forth like a waterfall on a crisp spring day. Alas, when I finished, I spotted half the class not even paying attention. 3 people who had fallen asleep, and only a smattering of fellows actually clapping. A classmate said, "Good presentation," in a half-hearted tone. It's always not great when you're like super passionate about something and the people around you just don't care. I have been there before. I have known that pain. Okay, so Kai. Does Kai take the crown from Boss? Or does Boss keep it? Let's see you chat. No, this is not the biography one. They deleted the biography one. Okay, okay, look at this. If you thought this was long, biography person's submission was like, I want to say maybe 3 times this length. Okay, this is nothing compared to biography person. Okay, biography person was like about 3 times this size, okay? No. Boss keeps guys a chat. Yeah, I don't think this is... Yeah, you know what? This is not cringe. You're not cringe for being passionate about Dungeons and Dragons, okay? You're not cringe. You're not cringe about being passionate about some harmless hobby that you enjoy. That's not cringe at all. Sure, there may be some people who are like, man, I don't care about this, okay? But you are not cringe for being passionate about D&D. Yes, I would say that you are more chat for this than cringe. Okay, Shika, thank you for your submission. I could choose one of 100 stories, for my life is an ultimate cringe compilation. One of the most tame ones was at the 5th grade. Class was 11 through 12. I was 9 since I skipped one. The female teacher gave something for us to do, and I didn't understand, so in the middle of the silent room, I loudly yelled, "Mommy!" Everyone laughed at me. I changed schools next year. Nine is kinda old for this. Okay, usually, let me say, usually, this happens. This happens when, like, the child is like 5 or 6 years old. Okay, they're in school and they have to ask a question, so they say, "Mommy! Mom!" They accidentally call the teacher mom. Okay? 9 is a little old for that mistake. 9 is a little old for that mistake. I say that, but I was talking to a friend of mine recently. And the subject was like kind of on my mother. And I accidentally called this friend Mama. Because I was trying to talk about my mother. But I called this, and this happened like 2 weeks ago. So I say recently. I say that, but at my old age of 63, I have also called a friend Mama because I was thinking about my mother and I was talking about my mother. And I accidentally called my friend Mama. At least it wasn't your boss. Oh no. I would actually have to resign. I would actually have to resign. I would actually have to resign. If I could. That reminds me of the time when an older coworker usually calls me like Char. Okay. An older coworker calls me Char, and the supervisor at the time, also called me Char. He never calls me Char, so it was extremely cringe and I hated it. I'm like, what the frick? No. But no, this is not about me. This is about you guys. The Sheikah, take the crown from boss. Calling the teacher mommy. The Sheikah, take the crown. Crown skips over Sheikah and goes straight to you. No, it's not about me. It's not about me! Yeah, Sheikah was 9 years old. Yeah, a lot of kids do that, but they do that usually like age 5, 6. And I'll put up a poll. Okay. Poll time. Okay, please vote. And I'll see I give Charlotte the crown option. No, okay, this is not about me, this is about you guys. Okay, I'm gonna close the poll. Please vote now. Okay, it seems that boss keeps the crown. Okay. Next. Genshutsu-sama, thank you. Ordered nuggets and chips / fries at my local servo petrol gas station, and had to wait for them to cook the hot chips. They left my nuggets in the Bain-Marie food warmer. As I got my chips and was about to walk away, I realized I forgot the nuggets and proceeded to say, "Oh, don't forget the nuggies," to the normie cashier. Plus, there were others waiting in there as well. Got my said nuggies and walked out of there quick. I died a little on the inside. I have done that before. I used like internet terms on like IRL on normies. sounds pretty cringe in itself. Valid opinion. Okay, Genshutsu-sama. Does Genshutsu-sama take the crown? Or does boss keep the crown? I would do that intentionally. I've never not called them nuggies. No, it's not that bad. Okay. Moving on. God of Nothing, thank you for your submission. I don't really have a super cringy story that would be worth sharing. But I just wanted to say that cringe is a necessary step into being a giga chat. And that little bit of cringe is a crucial part of life. If you ain't cringe, you ain't ballin', and you ain't a Sigma male. Ciao to all the other submissions. May the true cringe chat come out on top. Insert Suzu emote here because we all know that Sharizu is the biggest scammer. Okay, not a cringe story, but a life lesson. A life lesson. Okay. Red. Thank you, Red, for your submission. I was hungry on that time, so I decided to go outside and buy gyoza, Chinese dumplings, as my dinner. I found a store that sells it and attempt to buy it by many. I asked the seller, how much is that? And the seller told me it's 30 cents for 2 pieces. So deal, I'm gonna buy those for 30 cents because it's enough for me. Then the seller suddenly replies, we do not sell these for 30 cents for 2 pieces. That's 60 cents for 4 pieces. What? So why did you tell me 30 cents for 2 pieces instead of 40 cents for 40 pieces for 60 cents? So cringe, right? This is not cringe. This is just a weirdo. You did not encounter cringe. You encountered a weirdo. This just makes me angry. Yeah, this isn't cringe. Like, you didn't do anything cringe. Misuse of the word cringe is cringeville. What does buy it by many mean anyway? They probably mean, they wanted to buy like a whole lot of them. They wanted to buy the whole lot of them. And the seller said, okay, you can get 2 pieces for 30 cents. And Rev was like, okay. But wait, you can't just buy 2. You actually have to buy 4. 4 for 60 cents. So you have to buy it by 4s. I just assume this is not like American dollars or something. Because yeah, dude, I pay like maybe like $6 for like 5 or 6 pieces of gyoza. It's like $1 per gyoza dumpling. $1 per gyoza. Even then, some places are more like $10 for like a pack of 6. Okay, yeah, not cringe. That's just like a weird person, like a weird seller, a weird cashier. Tom Cherry, thank you. Someone was waving at me, smiling, and I waved back, not knowing who he is. And then another person walks past me, waving back to the person who was waving at me. I have had this happen before. Cause sometimes I'm like, oh, they're waving at me. Do I know this person? But I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude. They don't look familiar to me, but I don't want to be rude in case I know this person. And maybe they're like a friend of a friend who I've met like very briefly or something, and they remember my face, but I don't remember theirs. Yeah, I'll wave. Oh, wait. Okay, they were like talking. They were like looking at the person behind me. Okay, Tom Jerry. Does Tom Jerry take the crown? Or does Boss keep the crown? No. Boss reigns. It's really relatable, but not cringe. Everyone does this. Okay. Moving on. Ashwin Nair, thank you. So, it was in the final year of my bachelor's degree, and I was doing an internship in a lab for work experience. The regular employees in the lab were cleaning equipment for the interns, and in my excitement, I decided to help them out. I picked up a big glass vessel and walked towards the sink. Be careful with that, said the scientist in charge of the lab. That thing's worth 100,000 rupees, about $1,300. Okay, I said, and then promptly slammed the tiny outlet pipe on the vessel on the side of the sink and broke it clean off. I thankfully was not charged for the vessel, or for the glass L-shaped pipe connector I broke later that day. And there we have it. So, Ashwin Nair, does Ashwin take the crown from Boss? Or does Boss keep the crown? Yeah, that's a pain peckle moment. Not L, just oof. Pain but not cringe. This is pain. That's just yikes. Boss keeps it but mega pain. Okay. Bit clumsy, but still just clumsy. Okay. Noodle CDS, thank you. What's your cringe story? My life, haha. Fine. Back when I was in university, we had a class that started at 6:30 in the morning. Normally what our professor would do is call out your name and you have to give a reply when you're present. This time, our professor gave us a pop quiz as a way to take attendance, and we only had to yell out our scores for the quiz. During this time, I was spacing out, and by the time it got to me, I said this, "Present, sir." Oh shoot! I mean 9 points, sir, out loud for the whole class to hear. Normally this teacher never smiles, but he had to turn around so the class didn't see him laughing. And then I wanted to bury myself in a hole and die. Of course the entire class also laughed at me. One of my friends even tweeted about it. I'm glad I was a nobody in school, so nobody ever tweeted about me. Okay. Made the stony faces professor laugh, not cringe. The tweet part makes it twice as cringe. I have a semi-related story. Back in elementary school, I was new. Okay? I never went to kindergarten. I started school in the 1st grade. Okay? And like, I don't even think I was there on like the actual first day of the school year. I came in like maybe like a couple of days, like 2 or 3 days after the school year had begun. So I never actually went to kindergarten. This was my first time ever in school. So at this school, there were some kids who got like the school lunch, some kids who brought lunch from home, right? And we got online getting ready to go to the cafeteria. And the teacher like went down the line asking, "Hey, are you getting like the school lunch? Or do you have like a bagged lunch from home?" And so the students would call out, "School lunch, bag lunch, school lunch, bag lunch," okay? However, I misheard bag lunch as bad lunch. I'm like, why are kids having bad lunch? Do their parents not... Do those parents, they don't cook? Like, they don't cook good or something? They're sending their kids to school with bad lunches? What? I don't understand. Once again, this is like my first time ever going to school. So the kids are going down the line, calling school lunch, bag lunch, but I'm mishearing bag lunch as bad lunch. So I don't know what this means. So when it gets to me in the line, I yell out, "Good lunch!" And the teacher is like, "Well, I guess if you're eating, the lunch is good." It's important that everybody has a good lunch. And then she clarified, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm eating lunch at school. I'm having the cafeteria's lunch." So yeah. I swear, I think our class actually adopted saying "good lunch" because of that. Let me crown Charlotte! That's not cringe. That's just me mishearing. This stream is not about me. Jeez, man. Anyways. Why do you remember so many cringe moments? I just remember a lot from my childhood. Okay. Neighbor slamming doors, okay. I'm Random Phantom and this is my pawn shop. So we are rewinding back to middle school, 8th grade. There was this girl that I had a heavy crush on. So it took me quite a few months to actually get her and me to start vibing, because being in the middle of puberty with voice changing and pimples popping up, plus she was very popular. So anyways, one day we had PE, and in the morning there was a surprise fitness exam, so we had to run a mile at like 9 a.m., which frigging sucked. So anyways, we ran the laps. Right after, I noticed I was feeling really awful throughout my entire body, but the faculty wouldn't let me leave school early, just from a bad feeling, so I had to toughen up and keep it moving. So at around 11:30 or 12, not even 2 hours after gym, there was lunch. So in the lunch line, I was standing right behind my crush and we were talking. All of a sudden, mid-sentence, out comes this huge stream of vomit all over her brand new, expensive outfit. I was so embarrassed, and I ran into the bathroom to clean myself up. After I was done, I locked the bathroom door, called my mom, and told her to pick me up immediately. I profusely apologized the next day. She was cool about it, and said that she was fine and wasn't mad. That day has never left my brain. It is the most cursed moment of my entire life. Okay. What do you guys think? Random Phantom, did they take the crown from Boss? Or does Boss keep it? Okay. The people have spoken. There we go. We have a new king of cringe. There we go. Cringe at the school didn't let him leave. Yeah, school be like that. School be like that. Interesting here, like you locked the bathroom door and called your mom. Okay, yeah, my school wouldn't allow us to have phones with us. Like if we brought our phone to school, they would take it. And like we had to like keep it in like the principal's office until we're ready to go home. We were not allowed to have phones in our school. Yeah. Okay. Sylph Shepherd. This is not a story strictly in the past, but one of the preferences both past and present. There are many heated debates concerning the culinary arts, and specifically that of steak. Personally, I prefer my steaks cooked medium well or well done. Even if rare steaks do not contain any blood, it looks like they do, and I find it to be a bit more than jarring. I'm not a vampire nor a dhampir, so why would I want to eat something that looks like it has not hitherto been drained of its life force? Regardless, I will freely admit that this opinion is fringe, and perhaps a tad cringe. Most prefer the tenderness and succulence of medium and medium rare steaks, though I find the blood-like coloration of these cuts unappetizing. The taste and texture possibly redeem this distasteful feature of the steak in the eyes of others. Perhaps even stranger, however, is that a certain dhampir who drinks blood regularly, I might add, shares my opinion. In the darkest hours of the night, or the wee hours of the morning, when I find my mind adrift, I ponder this particular subject. Why would a dhampir so vehemently reject a cut of meat due to its semblance of containing blood? 'Tis quite the perplexing case indeed. Sylph Shepherd, is this cringe? Does this take over Phantom's cringe story? Based opinion, no cringe here. Absolutely. Okay, don't worry about this, okay? Okay. The reason why I can drink blood is because my mother, like, presents it well. She presents it appetizing, okay? She presents it in an appetizing way. I don't want to see like it's just a slab of dead meat and just bleeding all over the place. No, I don't want that. But if you put it in like a Starbucks cup, absolutely. So it's all about presentation for me. Also, it is hydration time. Be sure to hydrate now that we're talking about Starbucks and blood and stuff. Okay. Not cringe, but I feel like this is a based opinion. Absolutely. Because I share this opinion. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Prince of Denmark, thank you for your submission. I have tried to condense my example as much as possible to be considerate of stream, so I understand if it is too long or so condensed it no longer makes sense and has to be tossed. In my defense, one doesn't fight for the crown without bringing his A game. I only hope my example of idiocy qualifies as cringe. Too long didn't read. Country bumpkin and best friend get fleeced. In Vegas, what is fleeced? Okay. My friends and I, students, are on a college trip with the head of the department where we get one night in Vegas before driving back home. My best friend and I are only 20 but are determined to share in the fun, so we call a cab, no Uber yet. When we get into the cab, I ask the cabbie if he can take us someplace where my friend and I can get drunk and gamble underage. That part is a direct quote. The cabbie turns around and looks at us, states that he knows of a place, but he will need $20 from each of us to bribe the bartender. We happily pay. After driving for a bit, we end up in an empty parking lot with a small building that the cabbie tells us is a private club. The cabbie goes into the building for a minute, and when he comes back out, another man is standing at the door with him. The cabbie tells us he has arranged everything and we just need to pay the fare and go have fun. When we enter the building, I notice that there doesn't seem to be many customers, but there is loud music, so we sit at the bar and order a drink. I'm a rum and coke guy. My friend is a Crown and a 7. I don't know what that is. Okay, I do not drink. I don't know what that is. What is a Crown and 7? The bartender tells us that the gambling tables are generally for members only, and doesn't let anyone back there unless they have enough money to play. We insist that we have enough to gamble, but the bartender stated he just didn't believe us and insisted on proof. My friend and I start counting all our money in front of the bartender to prove that we have enough money with us, when magically my money disappears into the bartender's hand, and my friend's money into the hand of the bouncer behind him. We are force marched out the door by two large bouncers and tossed into the empty parking lot. It takes us an hour to walk back to the hotel, with the entire time spent remarking how naive, gullible, and idiotic we are. We have around $7 and change to eat with for the entire trip back, and we never explained to our friends on the trip why we were so sulky the entire drive home. Hope this meets their requirement. All of this just because you could not wait until you were 21. Wait, gambling. Did he not? You have to be 18. Sorry, 21 in order to like do the slots or something. You're in Vegas. You have to be 21 in order to do the slots or something. 21 in Nevada. Oh, okay. Interesting story, not cringe. Ah, okay. I understand. Yeah, I know it's 21 to drink, but I thought you could do the slots at 18 at least. Okay. I don't think they should have taken money from a couple of kids, man. Yeah, they're like young and dumb, but that's not good to take money from kids. Yeah, I wouldn't take money from kids. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, but what about this? Prince of Denmark. Prince of Denmark. Take the crown over Phantom. Yay or nay? Okay. In case the first one was too long or confusing, I wore the company t-shirt to work yesterday for a casual day and spent most of the morning unable to figure out why my collar kept riding up and choking me. Just before lunch, my coworker asked if there was a specific reason why I was wearing my shirt backwards. There wasn't. Okay, for this story, she's Prince of Denmark. Yeah, you can actually submit too. I said yeah, I opened it up to like multiple submissions, but like no more than like 2 or 3. Okay, how about this? Does Prince of Denmark get the crown for this story? Does Prince of Denmark get the crown for this story? Or should Random Phantom keep it? No, but more cringe than the first one. Yeah, I unfortunately sometimes put my clothes on backwards a lot. Okay. Victory tastes like ash. There's 3rd grade English class. Teacher asks students to raise their hand if they want to read a paragraph out loud. I do just that, but I get passed over one too many times. I start crying in class. Teacher takes pity on me and gives me a chance. I start reading a paragraph out loud. Before I even finish reading, the teacher says, "You know, you don't actually read that well." That's an oof. That's an oof. Yeah, that's a little harsh. That's a little harsh. Okay, victory tastes like ash. Did they get the crown for this? Did they get the crown for this? Yes, close to be honest. No, the teacher does. Nah, it just feels bad. Not cringe, but I feel sorry for the guy. No, but it feels bad. I mean, I read good in the 3rd grade. I read good. I'll put up a poll. Okay, poll is up. Isn't it read well? Don't worry about it. This one is an ouch. Hello, people just tuning in. Hello. Okay. Okay. Looks like Random Phantom gets to keep the crown. Yeah, I think the teacher in this case is kind of a bully. Kind of a bully. Okay, we're over halfway done. Ghost Politics, thank you for your submission. Around the early 2000s, I had a great time in the stock market, with blue chip dividends and all this other stuff. But one of my investments at the time wasn't really doing it for me anymore. There was no need to be Warren Buffett or some of this folks to figure out it was going directly into bankruptcy, taking into consideration the larger and larger losses it was generating. And so the day came. The company CEO, not so bald guy at the time, contacted shareholders and long-term investors like myself. Although I had like 30% shares of that company, aware of the situation to come to an agreement, he told us some insane ideas on how he could save the company and make a profit in the long run, but he needed some time and for everybody to trust him. He basically told everyone to keep holding for a future, improbable profit. And here's where my cringe story begins really. There was no way I was gonna trust some about-to-go bald guy and his snake oil selling tactics. I said at the time, so I let my ego decide, made some money moves, and sold all my actives as it relates to that company without so much profit losses. Big mistake. Today, that company, Amazon, has an estimated net worth of $1.245 billion, and that bald guy Jeff Bezos is still kicking it with all that revenue generated. Well, I cringe every day thinking I could have been filthy rich, but I let my ego decide. Jesus Christ, at least I am a Texan baby and nobody will take that from me. more like an oof because you were paper hands. Every adult who invests has that one stock that got away. And yeah, I feel like this is more of an oof rather than a cringe. This happens to a lot of people who invest in stocks. Yeah, I would go back in time and tell myself, I know you don't know anything about stocks, but the minute you become of age, like just buy like $100 worth of Bitcoin. Do it, you won't regret it. Okay. Yeah, not cringe. Just oof. Just massive oof. Massive oof. Although, the Texan baby, that's the cringe part. That is the cringe part. Okay, Zero Joker. Thank you for your submission. During San Diego Comic-Con several years ago, I was doing a Love Live cosplay. I think it might have been Ruby's cheer outfit. When I passed by a Kotori cosplayer. I don't remember the full details, but I was kind of spacing out at the time. So when we noticed each other, I just remember acting really familiar with her, like I was meeting an old friend for the first time in a while, even though we were really just strangers. The good thing is that she was online for something, so I was able to excuse myself and quickly walk away to avoid any further embarrassment. Okay, for this, Zero Joker! Treating a stranger as if though you were longtime friends. Zero Joker, take the crown for this. Yeah, it's a little cringe, but if the other person is like one of those super friendly, outgoing types, I don't think it's like super cringe at all. I don't think it's like super cringe at all. I think it's more cringe if you're like one time I was on a line in a convention wearing like a super like fluffy like Lolita outfit, and the girl behind me was like, "Oh, I like your sleeves. I like your outfit. It's so cute." And I was like, "Ah, thank you." And I looked at her up and down and turned away without saying anything. And I realized how that could have been taken. I felt like that was more cringe. Like I could have at least like tried to compliment her or something. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know how to act around strangers, man. I didn't mean to be rude. I don't know, like, if you're a stranger, please do not speak to me. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to respond. Okay, Ian. Thank you. I was dating a girl back in middle school, and we were hanging out at the outdoor mall area. We had gone to watch a movie and got ice cream at a pretty nice place that was there. While eating, we were walking around and crossing a bridge that connected the separate sections over this little river. She pulled me off to the side, between some building and pushed me up against the wall. She looked at me in the eyes and told me it's my turn. Then she kissed me and took the gum I was chewing out of my mouth. She gave it a few chews and smiled at me before leading me back to the walkway. I was just standing there taken aback about what had just happened. I pulled her back and took the gum myself because it was mine. Strange? Also, dating back in middle school, my mother would never allow that. My mother would never ever allow that. Dude, I couldn't even hang out with girls in middle school, okay? But yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. That's kind of weird, but this is the part here. This is the part here. I'm not. This is the part here where it's like, well, this gum is mine, so I must. This used gum is mine, so I have to take it back. Okay, that is the part that like seals it for me. Okay. So, who gets the crown in this place? Does Ian take the crown from Random Phantom? Yes or no? The way it was explained was cringe, but Randy still wins. Absolutely not. Ian said Chad. It's kinda Chad, so Randy keeps it. Okay. Chad, so no. Okay. Ian. I look in the mirror every morning and I just know. No self-dunks here. No self-dunk. Marco Harado, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Life, thank you for your submission. Okay. I was talking to my friend about excessively arrogant people. And the topic of sports came up. So we mentioned famous sports players we didn't really care for. And I was trying to remember an old quarterback's name. He won a Super Bowl and has a little brother. Peyton Manning. She went silent for a bit and I got embarrassed because I mixed the two names. It turns out she had a crush on that guy with the last name Pennington. Okay, but you were calling her crush like arrogant and annoying. You just made this. She should not take this as you trying to insult the person, the dude that she has a crush on. Unless it's like a secret crush or something. Oh, maybe. Neighbors outside making a ruckus. Okay. Sports cringe. Okay, valid. Okay, does life take the crown for this? Does life take the crown for this? No. Okay, moving on. Pointless speculations. My life is the same cringe story repeated on loop forever. I often slip up and forget names or call people by the wrong name. mid-conversation. I once called my math teacher mom in middle school. Middle school? That's so old. It's usually like a younger kid's mistake. I once called my math teacher mom in middle school in the middle of a class. I called my cousin his brother's name and didn't realize the mistake for 3 days. I once forgot the name of my previous boss mid-job interview. The pain. I once cried out my ex's name at, well, let's just say it at a time you really shouldn't do that. The two girls had similar names, though I kinda sorta got away with it. Okay. At this point, the speculations take the crown for any of these. Yay or nay? Nope. That's Chad though. Good efforts, but no. No, he didn't tell us the crucial moment. Okay. Victory tastes like ash. 4th grade, the day of my birthday. I was slow to get out of bed, so Dad mentions a birthday party to coax me out. I haven't had a birthday party in years, but I'm dumb and gullible, so I take it for granted. I invite my 2 best friends for the party when I'm at school. I leave for the playground in the evening, expecting stuff to be prepared while I'm gone. Collect my best friends on the way back. They're all dressed up and have brought gifts. As expected, reach home to find just Mom there. There are never any plans for a party. Mom is horrified. She whips up some snacks while we awkwardly wait in the living room. Okay, I'm actually like, this is emotional damage to me. This is actually like emotional damage to me. That's an oof. That's an oof. Does victory taste like ash? Get the crown for this one. Not cringe, just the painful effects of a lie. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, this is just oof, not cringe, cause it's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is just cringe. This is not cringe. At least you had friends to invite to a birthday party. I remember when I was like in like the 9th grade. Some girl was passing out invitations to her party, and she did it in front of the entire class. She went from from student to student. And like, yeah, come to my birthday party. Here's the invitation. Come to my birthday party. She got to me, looked at me, skipped over me, gave an invitation to the kid sitting next to me. It's okay. I would not have gone anyway. I would not have gone anyway. Okay? Because I don't like parties. I would not have gone anyway. And plus, okay, my mother probably would not have allowed me to go anyway, so... So even if I were invited, my mother probably would not have allowed me to go. Okay. Triscarbo, thank you for your submission. Okay. Ash, why Sharzu would you ask for such repressed memories? Fine, since you probably endured cringing at yourself during the Super Data Lottie RP for the content, I too will make an offering paid in cringe for the content. Yes, I will love an invitation to your birthday party, Zero Joker. Yes. Also, hello people just tuning in. So several years ago, I ended up joining a team building training course. One of the events was individual challenges that was tailor-made for our weaknesses. It was 4 months into the training at this point. So one of the challenges I was given was to talk to strangers. Oh boy, and make a positive impression on them. This would also be a weakness for me. Oh my fudging hell, being an introvert, this was quite tough. So I had 2 observers / judges follow me to see how I did. For the most part, it was just me failing to even make small talk, but one of the attempts was with a tourist family, like 8 people, and I was like, welcome to Malaysia, but maybe in a slightly aggressive manner. So later, when my judge feedback to me, they looked afraid of you, like you were gonna rob them. To make it worse, I was a scrawny dude that was like a head shorter than the tourist. And I have a fudging cast on my right leg, and they were afraid of that. That must speak volumes of how horrible I did. And there you have it. This is the moment of my life that I cringe at myself the hardest. All those making a fool of myself in front of my crush moment or being rejected after confession in my life is child's play to this tourist moment. After all these years, this is the only moment in my life I can't shrug off. Why did I let myself do this challenge? Truly a painful moment. There you have it. Does Triscarbo get the crown for this? Maybe you thought you were gonna like beat them in the shins with your right leg. Team building courses at work are inherently cringe. True. Yeah, like, dude, like, so it's like, let's say his leg is like super stiff, right? He could just like swing it around and like beat them in the shins. Okay, this Triscarbo usurp the crown for this. That is what I ask the chat. Yeah, team building exercises at work are cringe. I got invited to a team building dinner, but that was during my vacation. I was gonna do like long streams of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, and my supervisor was like, I know you're on vacation during this time, but do you want to come to our team building dinner? No. Sorry, my guy, I'm busy. If only he did Malaysian greeting instead. It could have said no. Do you want to just challenge yourself? I don't know. I don't want to talk to strangers. I don't want to. That's too difficult for me. Okay. Gasp! When I was a teenager, I was a huge brony. Okay, so far this is like the winner here. But good on you to admit it, to come out of your dark past. When I was a teenager, I was a huge brony. I watched this show religiously. I talked with people online about it, posted cringe memes on brony dedicated websites, drew fan art, read fan fiction, and generally obsessed over the show and would gush about it to anyone who would listen. I had tons of merch, posters, plushies, figurines, t-shirts, tacky bags, you name it. I went to weekly fan meetups, group screenings, conventions, movie premieres, anything that had to do with the show, really, regularly, for years. I was even a staff volunteer for a convention and ran panels at said event. I participated in the community for a good 5 or so years, despite actually only watching the show for the first 3 seasons. At this point, I've gotten rid of most of my stuff, but I have 1 or 2 things hidden in the closet somewhere for the memories. I don't regret it. I made a lot of friends and learned a lot about my values, but I try to keep that part of my life in the past for just how cringe me and my friends acted. Thank you. Thank you for sharing such a personal moment. Thank you. I know a lot of people dunk on like the bronies and My Little Pony fans, but like at the end of the day, it is a harmless activity. Even if like a lot of people think it's cringe, myself included. But okay, let's see this Gasp. Does he take the crown for this? I was hesitant to expose myself, but thank you for trusting us with this life story of yours. At the end of the day, it is a harmless hobby. And I feel like, you know, even if like a lot of people say it's like cringe, you know, you're not hurting anybody's life. So enjoy what you like, you know, enjoy what you like. However, in this stream, we will crown you as the current king of cringe for the stream. Okay, yeah. Okay. We have a new crowned king of cringe. Can anybody outdo Gasp? Nando! I was watching the latest Black Widow movie, and at the end, there is a dog with the main character, and out of pure instinctive reflex, I said, "What the dog doing?" I knew everyone heard me because the people from the front row turned around to stare. I need to get off the internet. Okay, this is cringe. This is actually very cringe. Okay, this is Nando. Take the crown from Gasp. This is just fun. I would just burst out laughing if I heard that. Cringe but not too cringe. Yes. No. Okay. No, he's a Chad. It's close but no. Funny if anything. Okay. Jeros D's Nuzine. Thank you for your submission. I have a riddle for you and not for me. What happens when you take the first 3 letters of 1, 2, 3, smash them and mix them together? Then my answer will make sense to thee. 1, first 3 letters of 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't get it. Take the first 3 letters of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I did not actually go to Harvard. I don't know that. I don't know quantum physics. Okay. KJ. When I was a kid, I was taking a bath upstairs and being extremely bored, decided to belt out the entirety of the Star-Spangled Banner, thinking my family wouldn't be able to hear me. Unfortunately, I could be heard as clear as day, and as soon as I finished, I could hear raucous, I don't know this word, applause from my family downstairs. Okay. I believe I have been in a similar situation. Raucous. Raucous. Okay, raucous. Like the Overwatch League player? Raucous? Okay. I've never heard of that word. Okay, okay. Does KJ take the crown for this? For singing very passionately while his whole family could hear. I have been in that situation once. I was trying to imitate an opera singer. And it was like in elementary school. I was trying to imitate an opera singer. So like some of my, like a couple of little cousins were there at my grandmother's house, and I was at my grandmother's house. And I was imitating an opera singer. I will never do it on stream. But I was trying to imitate like an opera singer, and then thinking only my cousins could hear me. And I went upstairs, and my aunt, the mother of one of these cousins, was like, "Oh, Charlotte, that was very good. Sing it for me again." And I was like, I also think I was singing the Star-Spangled Banner too. Not cringe. Being a patriot is based, not cringe. Yeah, I literally think I was singing the Star-Spangled Banner too. So maybe this is just the child's go-to song. Because if they want to sing something and make it like really stupid, this is the go-to song for elementary schoolers. That's what I think. Okay. Frowning mirror. The story of my name. One day I looked into a mirror and it cracked, and I frowned. I've been wrestling with the fact that I'm ugly for years now. So instead of a social life, I've become addicted to watching VTubers. But look, I'm very cute and I still watch VTubers. I also have no social life. I have no social life. But I'm very cute, like in my face. Like in my cute face. You can have a very cute face and also watch VTubers. But no, not cringe, not cringe. Watching VTubers is not cringe. Miguel Lopez. I watch VTubers, but more specifically, this one called Charlotte Suzu. That's pretty cringe, if you ask me. Okay, why are you here if you think watching me is cringe? That's more of a reflection on you than me. That's more of a reflection on you than me. Charlotte Suzu. Doesn't Kuzu mean Kuzu is trash with a K, but Kuzu is trash. Is what that means in Japanese. Kuzu. I'm pretty sure. Hypothetically speaking, what if I, theoretically, thought vittery was a real word and I cringe, no? Because, dude, you can't know everything. Mistakes happen. You can't know everything. Mistakes happen, so, Okay, Red Grizz, thank you. I became my high school mascot to meet cheerleaders. I thought it would be just for football games, but I ended up having to go to their competitions and be in a suit for school rallies. I did this for 2 years. Needless to say, my plan did not work. Aww. I am sorry. I'm sorry. Why don't you just go walk up to them normally? Wait, the cheerleaders didn't want to talk to their mascot? Was the mascot creepy and ugly? Okay, my high school's mascot was a clip art that he found online of a bulldog. That was my high school's mascot. Okay, they just looked like, oh, what's something cool and edgy that the kids will like? And they just found like some friggin' Google Images clip art of a bulldog and was like, yep, that's our mascot now, and just slapped that image on like all like anything that they could. Okay? So that was my high school's mascot. I did talk to him. I rode on the bus with him to games. 30 girls, 1 guy. Never got a date. Okay. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. That's what I have to say to that. Yeah, you know, that is true. Technically, you did get to meet them. You did get to speak with them. So, okay. But yes, Chad, I ask you, is Red Grizz? Does Red Grizz take the crown for this? No, not really. It's sad, not cringe. Okay. A fan of blue-haired VTuber girls, including Charlotte. I've always been half-existing to others. My teachers didn't know I was in class until my attendance dropped and the admins called my parents. Once my own parents didn't know I was in front of them in the dining table, even though I was just sitting directly in front of them. In shopping malls, the automatic door doesn't open on me, even after I walked away and tried entering again. Once, it was during a ghost month. The person behind me thought I was a ghost when the door didn't open on me. The worst was when the escalator didn't move and I stepped on the sensor, so I just walked up. And then there was someone who stepped on the sensor and it worked while I was walking up, and almost fell off the escalator when it suddenly moved. Help! Am I actually a ghost? Maybe you just have low body temperature. Maybe everything around you is like a body heat sensor. You just have low body temperature. This is not cringe though. This is more like life advice. See, here it's like this kind of sort of happened when after the 5th grade, I went to a different school than the one that my 5th grade put me in. They automatically sent the kids to this other school, but I went to a different school, a completely different school. But the first school, the default school, had my name registered, right? And they were taking class attendance. But I never even went to this school. I went to a completely different school. But the default school had me registered and was apparently calling my name in the class. But I never showed up, right? Because, again, I was not going to go to this school. I was going to a different school. And then, the administrators called my grandmother and said, Charlotte Suzu is disrupting the class. Okay, because apparently having the teacher call my name and me never being there is disrupting the class, you see? And my grandmother got super mad. It was excuse you? Charlotte doesn't even go to your school. I don't know. That's what my grandmother said. My grandmother said that the school called her. I didn't even call my mother, but called my grandmother. The school called her and was like, yeah, Charlotte is disrupting the class. Because apparently having the teacher just call out my name and me not being there is disruptive to the class. For a school I've never been in. Because I went to a different school other than the default school. Okay. Delinquent charges. Well, I will say, after... No, I think I was registered with the school and they, put me in a class, but again, I ended up in, a completely different school. I was going to this other school instead. But they still had me, the default school still had me registered. I will say, in terms of me being a delinquent, a Yankee, I will say that after my elementary school graduation, my elementary school graduation took place 2 weeks before the actual last day of school. But I told my mother, oh yeah, after the graduation, we don't have to go back to school anymore. And my mother believed me. She was like, okay. And so, I didn't go to school for the last 2 weeks of elementary school. And then, I felt well, I should show up on the actual last day. Just to say bye to everybody. But the last day of school was a half day. And for half days, you had to get parents had to sign a permission slip that acknowledges they know it's a half day. Conrad Cito, thank you for the super chat. And so, But because I was not in school, I didn't get a copy of this, like, half-day acknowledgement slip. And so I couldn't get let out early. Well, I had to stay there the whole day. Because of my lie. Yeah, it's karma, so... Okay. James Yeager. When I was in the Navy, my stomach was grumbling and had to fart. I heard my XO coming from the machine room, and I saw my chances of some revenge. So I walked through the boat to rack and ripped the smallest rip ever. I listened in and heard him say, "Wow, that's some strong piece of butt." What made it funnier, one of the junior officers woke from a dead sleep, tossed his curtain open to ask if it was made by me. While laughing under my breath, I said, "No sir, go back to sleep." He rolled over, grunted with disgust, and buried his face in his pillow. Okay, this is not cringe, this is intentional. This is you pulling a prank on somebody, but this is not cringe. I wouldn't say this is cringe. Like doing a drive-by? That's not cringe. That's just doing a drive-by. Okay, Buccaneer. My freshman year of high school, I was minding my business, eating my lunch in the cafeteria, just listening to my friends, in quotation marks, friends, talking and ogling over a girl on the table across from me. Then I heard one of them say, "Hey Bucky, stop staring at her butt." I saw her turn and look at me. But not only her, but 3 big jocks in their varsity jackets beamed their eyes at me. One of my friends made eye contact with one of them and pointed in my direction as they moved to distance themselves. The 3 guys got up and headed towards me as the girl followed them. The boyfriend approached me and sat in front of the table across from me with his girlfriend next to him, while his 2 friends came around, stood on both sides of me, and put their hands on my shoulders as to hold me in place. I don't remember much of what was said, but you can just tell they're trying to mess with me. And they weren't being completely serious about it, but at the same time, try to put me on the hot seat, asking why I was staring at his girlfriend's butt. It was still very uncomfortable for me because 2 guys were behind me, were really on me closer than the buff guys on Richard when he made a bad choice in Super Seducer 2. But the most memorable part was the girl had a balloon with her. Those were seniors ready to celebrate graduation soon, so it wasn't weird for her to have one. I mostly just turtled up in the situation, and if it wasn't staring at the jock in front of me, I was staring at the blue balloon she was holding. In an unconscious decision to distract myself from the situation, I reached out to tap the balloon, but to everyone's surprise, including mine, I popped it. Pretty sure my nails weren't long, if you're wondering. The girl wasn't angry, but I still remembered her surprised face. I heard the boyfriend smile and ask loudly why I popped her balloon. The jocks began joshing me even more aggressively. The whole ordeal wasn't that long, but it felt like forever for me. They left when they figured they weren't going to get much out of me. If you want an idea of what it felt like, look at this scene from the movie Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey. Had his friend take the blame for throwing a salt shaker at a big guy named Seabass. This isn't my cringy story, but if you're willing to tell more, I would have to pull a future Ian and marry you for 7 days. Only within that time frame. While losing half of my assets to the eventual divorce. I feel like that wasn't cringe though. That was your friends being not friends. I feel like that was your friends just not being friends. Not being bros. Bonus cringe story. One of my math teachers on the first day was getting to know all the students in class and asked each of the students one by one during their introductions if they want to be called anything else, like a nickname they go by or something. Being my chungy BL self at the time, I asked if he called me Ajaya. He agreed, but every once in a while he would call me by that name. At first I forget that's what he would call me, just staring at him like a deer in headlights before realizing that was me. Okay, this is actually cringe. Then I would pretend to forget and cringe at myself on the inside. Then kind of visibly cringe when he said it. I never actually told him to stop, but eventually did on his own and called me by my real name. I hate freshman year. See, that is actually cringe. That's actually cringe. Okay. Asking your teacher to call you by like a weeb name, okay? That is actually cringe. Okay, does Bucky take the crown from Gasp? It'll hydrate as well. Okay, I will pull it. Here we go, pullers up. Buccaneer with... yes, call me by a weeb name. At school. Or Gasp. A 5-year brony. Vote now, vote now. I will end the poll shortly. Okay. Buccaneer takes it. Okay. Buccaneers are new. Reigning King of Cringe for this stream. Congrats, Ajaya. Ajaya. Okay. A few more submissions left. Sylvie, I lurk so I am cringe. Are lurkers cringe? I don't think so. Lurkers are not cringe. lurkers are not cringe. Sato-kun. I pretend that this woman online who pretends to be an anime girl and barely knows I exist is my little sister, and I give her all of my disposable income because I love her. Is Sato-kun cringe for this? Does Sato-kun take the crown for this? I don't think you're cringe for watching VTubers, man. Relatable cringe, peak cringe. You're not cringe for watching VTubers, man. Pull it! Okay. Okay, the poll is up. The poll is up. To be fair, all of us here know that we are cringe. A vote for Sato-kun is a vote for Sharzu cringe. No. That poll is rigged. I mean, closing the poll. I refuse to switch my keyboard. Type in hiragana. Okay, I guess. Last two submissions. What is your name? An anime movie by Makoto Shinkai that involves a boy and a girl randomly waking up in each other's bodies some mornings. I always feel second-hand cringe when you show us your dere side. So in that respect, I think you would actually deserve the crown for most cringe instead of anyone from chat. Congratulations. Charlotte, you're too mean. You should do more dere content. I love the dere endurance. Oh yeah, I should do dere. Can we get Lottie? But yet you call me cringe. Barbasol, last submission. In high school, my gym played ultimate frisbee and then Naruto ran for the frisbee the whole game. Does Barbasol take the crown from Sato-kun? Yay or nay? In high school, my gym class played ultimate frisbee and I Naruto ran for the frisbee the whole game. High school, yes, high school gym class. I will pull it. What do you mean we all did that? I didn't do that. No way. Never, never. I tried to keep my cringe under wraps, you know? I left that at home when I left home. Sure, I played pretend. Like, I was like obsessed with like the Little Mermaid at one point, and so I would like take like a bed sheet and wrap it around my legs, and like just like act like a stranded fish or something on the stairs, you know, or on the floor or something. Cause I can't walk. I don't have legs. Okay, but I kept that at home. I kept that at home. I didn't bring that out in public. Did Mama at least witness it? Yes. Okay, it looks like Sato couldn't keep it. So, in a surprising last-minute turn of events, Sato-kun is our king of cringe. Plotch, 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 I guess. Congratulations. Okay. So, at the end card, I will have your name as our king of cringe for like the next week of streams. And let me see. Let me look at the schedule. What we have here? Well, the game I wanted to play tomorrow has not gotten the permissions yet. There may or may not be a stream tomorrow. I have no idea. It'll be at the usual time I start. I don't know. No idea. That's instead. I feel like it's like what do we talk about? Yeah, I have to wait on permissions. I always have to wait on permissions. I don't know. We'll see. Because next week I'll be starting. And then next week I'll be starting like my vacation. But I will have you know there will be a collab next week. Okay, an internal company-wide kawaii collab next week. Okay. So look forward to that. Yeah, I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. Members only stream next week though. We'll be finishing up Pico Park. That will be on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday 11 a.m. JST. Tuesday 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Okay, members only stream. We'll be completing Pico Park. Okay, we'll see. Alright, thank you everybody. Also, hopefully gosh, I'm waiting on some stuff. I'm waiting on some stuff to come in. I have like a planned video premiere, but I'm waiting on stuff to come in. I hope it comes in on time. I don't have to push it off, but yeah, it's not gonna be on the schedule, but there'll be like a planned video premiere. Hopefully. Yeah, next weekend. What day is the collab? The collab will be. Friday, June 24th at 10 a.m. JST. That is the collab. JST. Okay, that is on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Yes. Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. AKA Friday, 10 a.m. GST. That is the collab. It will not be on my channel. It will be on Reina's channel. I think, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, maybe I will stream tomorrow? I do not know. Maybe I will stream tomorrow. I do not know. We will see. Anyways, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you. With that, I wish you all a good morning, a good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Please take care of yourselves. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Bye bye everybody.